Hi everyone, coming to you from Los Angeles, California, the home of the Dance Art and Life podcast. I'm your host, Danya the Gypsy, and this is a judgment-free zone. I'm looking for stories of dancers, musicians, and artists of all walks of life, their struggles, hard work, highs and lows of their careers, but most of all, the life lessons they've learned following their passion. My next guest is 2 times American Smooth World Finalist, 3 times American Rhythm World Finalist, United States Bronze Medalist American Smooth, and 3 times United States Night Dance Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Oleksiy Pigotskyy. How you doing, my man?
Thank you for having me here.
Yes.
I'm very happy to be here and happy to share my experience and my story with you guys.
My man. First of all, cheers. I learned that I always forget, so I'm putting it out of the way. Oleksiy came from Arizona. He drove 6 hours today to meet me, and I'm looking forward to this conversation because it was long due, and we were looking at dates and we couldn't find one, so we have 2 days before Christmas, so he just came in, and I'm glad you're doing this.
Yeah, I think we was planning to do it like almost a year.
Yeah,
but never could find any good time that we can meet in the same place.
Exactly. All right, so let's start from the beginning.
Let's do it.
Your place of your place of origin. Where were you born?
So I born in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I born and study and start to learn dancing in Ukraine, and then like all my entire life I was dancing, and then 8 years ago, almost 9, I moved to the United States.
Got it. So you were born in which city?
So I born in a very small town. It's, let's say, 60 kilometers near the Donetsk.
Uh-huh.
So I spent.
What is it? What is the name?
It's it used to be called Dimitrov.
Dimitrov.
Yes, and now it changed, so I don't even know
the name.
The name.
Got
I mean, I know, but it calls Mirnograd.
And how far from Kiev is that?
On the train it is like 12 hours.
12 hours from Kiev.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's an easy overnight trip.
Yeah, got it. All the Soviet Union type of thing is like 18 hours on the train is easy ride.
But it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. Yeah, I've been to those trains. It's not comfortable at all. All right, so
you're spoiled. You're spoiled living here.
Well, you too, no?
Yeah, now yes.
Yeah, we were chatting before the podcast. He was like, "Yeah, I have my apartment. I have gym there and this and that." And I was like, "Yeah, right."
Mm-hmm.
But this is what you worked for, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, how did you? Let's start with the background of the family. Regular family, working dancers.
Yes, regular family, but I mean, you see, the regular for everybody is different.
Yeah.
So my mom used to be a school teacher.
Okay.
So she used to be a teacher in a school with a Russian language and international literature.
So it was a university? It wasn't.
No. It's just a high school.
High school.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. And my dad, all his entire life, he was a miner. So he was mining a coal. Yes. And then when he retired, he started singing. So it's like I have some kind of art in my
beginnings.
Yes, in my family. And then also my grandpa, he was an actor. Like
really?
Yeah, in the theater.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Was your grandpa in Kiev or somewhere else?
No, we were all in the same city.
Yeah, got it.
So it's like, all this Soviet Union stuff that my mom and dad, they was dating in the high school. Then my dad went to sort of in army, and then she was waiting for him. So it's
classic American story, just in Soviet Union.
It's a classic Soviet Union story. yes. Like, and till today they're together, like happy
Yeah. So happy family life.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have a younger brother. He's like 5 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dancing?
he used to dance.
Yeah.
I mean, he would dance right now too, if not the situation in my country, right?
Got it.
So, but yes, he was dancing. He was doing the ballroom dancing too, and even like in the junior. So he won national championship. So I
Wow.
was I trained him before. So we
Got
was
it.
always in fights because
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you know you from your sibling you want the best.
Yeah.
Like he didn't get any credits
Mm-hmm.
as other kids that I was trained.
Yeah.
And
He didn't give you credits.
no, I didn't give him credits.
Oh, got it. You
like,
were
he was-
extra
he was-
tough.
I was punching him like hard.
You
know?
were extra tough on him.
I was extra tough. on
Yeah.
him. Yes, and then and when he finished the high school, also he went to the college being architecture. So, did I say it right?
Architect.
Architect.
Architector.
Yes.
That's the Russian way of saying the architect. Architect.
I'm not sure I said it right.
It doesn't matter. Judgment-free zone, man. So, how did you discover? Oh, okay. Before we go there, did you have any sports in the school before you start dancing, or was dancing right away the sport of choice?
I mean, it's a tough question. First of all, I started dancing before I went to school.
Huh.
So
like 4.
4.5.
Uh.
So I started dance when I was 4.5, and I don't think at this age it can be a sport of choice.
Yeah.
You know, like because again the city was extremely small, and basically at that time when I started, we didn't have a lot of options. You know, back in Ukraine, the most popular always been boxing and soccer.
Got it.
So that's the two options that you have.
And you
the
didn't
rest-
choose anything.
I mean, I'd never been, even till today, like I'm not very interested about this. Like even to watch. I can watch some good games, you know, and watch some good fighters, but I'm not like following them. I'm not a big fan of that. So yeah, and about the ballroom dancing, it was my mom's friend who used to be a ballroom teacher, right? So, but that and one time she invites like the whole family just to watch the competition. So we went there. I saw that. She asked me like, "Do you want to try?" I mean, and I said, "Sure."
Sure.
I
yeah.
tried.
4.5.
I tried and never quit.
Got it. So, what's your first memory? Well, before we go there, so any other sport was not a question, or you didn't even?
No. I don't. To be honest, I don't think I was good in any other sports.
Okay.
Even like in the school program, you know, like have we call it like a physical culture.
Yeah. Physical,
Is a subject, right? So
is a for the Americans it's PE.
Yes.
Physical education.
Yeah, physical education. So, and we used to have a basketball, we used to have a soccer and volleyball. I mean, it was fun for a little bit, but I never wanted to stick with this.
Yeah.
So I was already busy, and the way how they discipline you in any type of sports, even in the ballroom dancing right there, is extremely intense.
Yeah, it's a Soviet style.
Yes. So if you choose
hardcore.
something, you better do it good.
Yeah.
Like you have no chance to quit, right? If you choose, you go. You go until you're
good. Yeah.
Yes,
Got
until you're
it.
the best. Not even
it.
good.
So you started 4.5, and then you sticked with it.
Yeah.
And now you 29.
I wish. Almost 29. Yeah.
I was admiring Oleksiy's gray hair on the side. It makes him very distinguished gentleman, to say the least. All right, so you were so it was in your town that you started dancing, and then you stayed there for the whole entire dance career that you had.
Not really. So because the town was very small, and so you know, like sometimes you have like I reached the maximum in that town.
Gotcha.
When I was in the 9th grade, and then I was lucky because of one of my teachers. She saw that.
Yeah.
And without even asking me do I want it or not, she referred me to other studio in a different city, so in the main city of the region.
Which
So-
was
which was
just 6 hours away with the train.
No, not that much. It was only like 3 hours drive.
3
I mean,
hours.
listen, for the size of California or
Got it,
how
got
you
it.
travel
Yeah,
here
yeah,
between
yeah.
the states, it's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so yes, and she referred me to the other coach who was at that time professional champion in Ukraine.
Got it.
So
What was his name?
his name is Igor Kolchin.
Coaching.
Yes.
Got it.
So he was my coach for many years and he taught me a lot of good things. So I'm very thankful for him too.
Yeah.
Yes. And then even without my permission, she tricked me. She asked me to go with her and assist her on some lecture
Yeah.
in this big city.
And you were what, 12, 13?
I think I was 9th grade, so I was 15.
15 already. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, got it.
No, sorry, 14. Yeah, it's pretty
Doesn't
much like
matter. I
somewhere
just
there, somewhere there.
Some.
Yeah, so I was like 15. I went with her. It was a lecture. Yes, I assist her, but then we changed the location, and she said you're having a tryout today, without letting me know.
Ooh.
Yes, but she was like, probably my mom knew about this already,
Yeah.
but nobody told me. So I had a tryout with like great girl that I saw before. Dancing against me, and I thought like I'm so far away from this. I'm like it's not
Yeah.
my level, like. And then I'm having tryout with exactly this
Yeah.
girl. Of course I was happy. I was shocked,
Yeah.
but I was happy. And then after that we were driving home, and she's like, "That's your option."
Фу. Не закрывай там, видишь? Там. Да, чтобы было видно. So your face is
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
on the video.
And yes, and then she said like, "That's your option." Like I'm giving you like day or two, think
To
what,
decide,
to
yeah.
decide
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
want. I came back
Wow.
home. My parents was waiting for me already, and they
Knew.
They knew, yes,
Mm,
yes,
mm.
yes. She couldn't sneak that much, right?
Got it.
So then we had a conversation at this age, and I decided that I'm moving.
So what did it mean for you moving to this town, living with their family, or traveling back and forth? What was
That
the...
was a mix. That was actually a mix. I didn't move fully immediately,
Yeah.
but I spent it every other day in
the other city,
in
yeah.
that city.
Yeah,
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 So
yeah.
I was traveling by myself. I was there. But the funny thing, I never stayed with my partner parents or in her house. The coaches, they took me.
Huh.
So I used to live in their house,
Wow.
even though they didn't have a house. It was like an apartment.
Yeah.
But I was always welcome there. They was like taking care of me as because they never had kids.
Yeah.
So I was like their kid.
The kid,
Yes.
yeah.
So they
That's
helped
nice,
me a lot.
Mm-hmm. So obviously you decided to do that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want to ask you, why did your coach do that? The sneaky part, because you hard-headed. What sign are you? Horoscope sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo.
Yeah.
Earthy sign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a little crazy.
Yeah. Well, crazy.
I mean,
that-
sometimes.
But you very
I'm very disciplined. Yes.
grounded in your decisions.
Yeah.
You seem like it.
Yeah.
When we met, when was it?
It was like 5 years ago, I think.
No, more. More. Your son was...
right after I moved from LA, so it was probably
Yeah.
almost
Yeah,
7.
you were
Almost 7.
Playing with your son in
Yes.
on the competition. I saw
Yeah.
you.
That
And then
was like 7 years ago.
yeah, 7 years ago. Yeah. So now, would you say they did it on purpose because they knew if they would ask you, you would say no, or why was it so sneaky?
To be honest, I have no idea.
Hmm.
So I never had a chance to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that moment, I didn't even think. I was so excited.
Yeah.
It was a big changes, and I was like, I want
A chance.
It was a chance.
Yeah.
Because like I remember the feeling before that happened. I was like, okay, this city is very small for me. I've been everywhere. I achieved everything that I could at that place.
Yeah.
Like this place is way too small for me. I need something. I wanted already something.
Yeah.
That's why I started to do different type of dancing also. So I started as a ballroom dancing, and then when I got this feeling that okay, what's next, and I couldn't figure out what to do. I started to do hip hop, contemporary, ballet, so like different types of dancing too.
Got it. Was your decision?
Yeah, that was my
decision. You felt that you need something more.
Yes.
Because of the small city. Did you realize that?
Yeah.
Okay, got
because
it.
this is the same what happened then with my country. Like this is one of the reasons why I moved. I start to feel like I'm stuck. This is like in four walls, and I've been in every corner, and I saw everything. I compete with everybody. Like I won everything. So like I always need a challenge.
Gotcha.
So I never been comfortable.
Being comfortable.
Being comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Never comfortable being comfortable. That's interesting. Drink to that.
Cheers.
You can move the mic, man. You can move the mic. So you felt that, but okay. So before you changed, did you only do regional competitions or nationwide? Before that change. To the other
before
city.
the first change.
Yeah.
I mostly
There's
I've
another
done
change. People, there's another change.
Yeah, so I've done mostly regional competitions. And how it works, I'm not following how it works right now. But so first you have to be able to compete in the region, you have to win the city. To be able to compete nationwide, you have to win the region.
Gotcha.
So to represent, for example, so we used to have a closed championships and open championships, but it's not about like level how we have it in the United States. It's about who can represent the city, the state, and then the country.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's for the obviously world championships eventually.
Yeah, for the the best.
Yes, yeah, like a best of the best.
Yeah.
So I won the city, and then I went to the region, and I won the region. At that time, it was a standard and 10 dance.
Yeah.
And then I start to go to the nationwide, and I start to see. So I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
So
still before the change though.
Oh yeah, before the change.
Got it.
I'm like, I start to realize I'm so far behind, and this city is so small. It's hard to develop myself in a way how I want it.
Because you were best in the city, and there was nothing to strive for.
But then I start to see those people who was in the main cities, from the big cities, who actually took lessons with the best coaches, not from our country, from outside, who was traveling already to England, Italy. So where at that time was the most of dancing, right?
Yeah.
So and then I realized that like I need to change something. That's why when they tricked me with the change, I was like, that's right exactly what I wanted. I didn't know how to do it, but I wanted, and then that's why
it
never been a question for me.
That's very interesting. So I kind of pulled it into your reality.
Yes.
Very interesting. So the change happened. What was the partner's name?
Lena.
Hi, Lena. Привет.
So her name was Lena, and then we danced for I think from almost 3 years, 3 seasons. Yeah.
Now, did they trick her as well, or?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Because she split with her partner at that time.
Got it.
And she was looking for a partner. She changed the studio, she changed the teacher.
Yeah.
So I don't think they tricked her. Again, the way how it was in their family, it's their own business. It's not the same as here. And we had a very successful career. At that time, after dancing less than 1 season, we won national championship with her.
So not just region, but the nationals.
Yeah, that was already the nationals.
Got it. Wow.
And that was a big, like we had, I think, over the 100 couples in our division. So it was pretty cool.
Was it standard Latin?
It was standard.
Standard.
Mm-hmm.
So you were better in standard?
I used to be, but you see, all my coaches used to say that I can be much better in Latin.
Yeah.
It just happened this way. My main coach was a standard guy, and to be like a good Latin dancer, I was supposed to move to some other city.
Yeah.
Or consistently travel and take lessons,
and,
yes,
and stuff like that.
and based on how we used to live at that time, like money was a big problem.
Yeah.
So you know, when because I remember when I started just dancing, lots of the times we was learning how to dance by watching the VHS cassettes. You know,
VHS. It's
Yes,
a common theme in the dance community.
yeah, and we was like watching the Donny, like all of these stars,
Yeah.
from the VHS.
Yeah.
And then once in a while, once in a blue moon,
Yeah.
we had the chance to go
have a seminar or workshop or something.
Whoever was available
Yeah.
in our city.
Yeah. So when you started and when you did the change, did you already have private lessons, or was it mainly?
I started to teach. I think when I was my first class, I gave first lesson when I was 12.
No. You yourself.
Myself.
Did you take lessons at right away from the start, or did you thrive on the group classes like most people did at that time?
So when I started, okay, let me try to explain it. So I actually, yes, I started with the private lessons immediately.
Okay.
Why? Because I was the youngest dancer in a studio.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the kids dancing wasn't popular at that time in general. So all of part of that, because let's say ballroom dancing was a part of the school program in the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to learn the different types of dancing, like from different countries, cultural dancing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then ballroom dancing was also a part of that.
Part of that, yeah.
Yes, but that program starts, I think, when you after the 5th grade. So nobody was in.
And you were 4.5 when you started,
so I can tell only about my city.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was in other cities. So when I came to the studio, and my mom, she was begging the teacher to take me, and everybody was 14 and older, and I was.
So they didn't even have.
No. So they didn't have a kids program.
Yeah,
they didn't.
Yeah.
So it was 14 and older, and I was like 4.5. So I was the first one in the city who started the kids program.
Young,
yeah. So I was trained at this age with 14 years old kids.
So they have group classes, but not as.
Yes, and that's why the coach, she took me immediately to the private lessons.
Got it.
So to catch up with those guys.
Yeah.
I was the smallest and the youngest. But I catch up pretty fast.
Do you have photo?
I do. I mean, my mom has. I don't have it with me.
Got it.
But those photos are funny, and like to see it right now, the outfit, like how I was used to stay. Like it was a stage. We didn't compete only on this like regular dance floor. It was a stage, like in a theater. You know, like when everybody's down, you stay on top, and this lights like on you. You don't see anything that's behind that. That was quite an experience.
Yeah. I see. I don't know if you can see, guys, but his eyes start to like shine up. All right, so
that was the good memories.
Yeah. So you had this change. You danced with Lena, right, for 3 years.
Yep.
And then won the national championship in standard.
Yes.
Right. And then, did you do attendance as well? Then,
yes. The attendance we won on the second season.
So national title came in the second season.
Yes.
What was the first season?
The first season we only won standard.
No, but what was the attendance ranking? Did you do the attendance?
Oh
though?
yeah, yes.
So was it final? Was it third?
No, it was the first round.
First round.
Yeah.
So you
so
went.
At that time it was big. It was huge. So the same if you'll ask any people like my generation or older, like from Russia or from Ukraine, those competitions was massive. We had hundreds of couples.
What placement did you do in your first season in tendons?
To be honest, I don't remember. I mean, I was in the final.
You were in the final.
I were in the final,
got it.
but I didn't win.
This is I was asking. So, and the second season you won.
Yes.
Got it. So you were Ukrainian champion in junior.
That was it starts in junior, and then I was champion in junior. Actually, it was junior 1, then junior 2, then youth, and then adults.
I didn't say that in the introduction. I'm so sorry.
But
He's also Ukrainian national champion so many times. Sorry, man.
Thank you.
So, and then another change came.
And
right?
then another change came.
So you had your. Why did you change with Lena for another partner, or why did you split?
Like life happens, and sometimes when you start, you have the same ideas and same priorities, and then all of a sudden you start to go different ways. And also between man and woman, so it's also different. How the man see perspective of his career and the woman seeing her future is also different. And sometimes people just losing the interest, like it's a lot of factors can affect into this. We didn't have any fights. It was like very gentle separation. But also it was mostly my coach decision. So I mean, we was talking together, and it's not like here, over there your coach is everything.
Of course.
So you kind of under the wing, right? So and coach is doing the best for you. So he's choosing who you're gonna dance with. He's choosing what competition you're gonna participate. So he has a plan for you. So and then at that time we had a meeting, and it was also questions like, what do you want? Where we go? Are we still on the same page? Are you still following your dream? And based on that, we all decide that.
Where did it come from? From you? From coach? From her? From who?
It happened from me and from coach at the same time, because we saw something is shifted. And it's not the same intentions anymore.
How old were you? Like 15, 16?
16.
16.
Yeah.
So you noticed something changed in her and maybe.
But again, you see, we had a great partnership, and at that time we saw it was a necessary change. Maybe if I would be more passionate, and give the partner a chance to like figure this stuff out.
Her stuff.
Yes,
out,
maybe it would go more. But life is life, and because of that, I am who I am, and I am here. You see, so
you were very.
So I think
I sense you were very determined in your dancing, right?
Oh, always. And sometimes it was good, and sometimes it wasn't.
It wasn't.
So, but it's again, everything happened for a reason. That's what I believe, and whatever changes I made or I made with somebody. It brought me here exactly, and gave me all of these titles and all this life experience and knowledge and and wisdom.
Got it. So you split with her.
I split with her.
Did you have already a prospect?
Me personally, I'm sorry.
No worries.
I trusted my coach. He picked another girl for me, who at that time was exactly the same mindset, and her parents was in exactly the same mindset in support.
Important.
Yes,
very important.
That's also very important when you have somebody on your side who is very close to you, who will help you and mentally and also financially, because we was kids. We didn't have our own money, and if nobody's investing in you, you're screwed.
So what was her name?
Larissa.
Larissa. And
Yes.
how long you dance with Larissa then?
And I'm sorry I call her this way because she never liked this name. She never liked how like the full name.
Yeah.
So we always call her Lala.
Lala.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Got it. Hi, Lala. If you
yes.
ever watch this podcast, you were mentioned.
Yeah. So and we danced another 2 years with her.
Mm.
And our result was great immediately. So we
Yeah.
immediately won 10 dance. We was like in the top 3 in the standard.
So
we was,
there's more titles.
and we was like I think semi-final and sometimes final in Latin. So it was great.
Yeah.
It was also a great journey, and so can't complain about anything.
I can't see you as a standard guy, man.
I'm telling you, I
can't see.
mostly standard. Yeah.
Wow.
My most coaches and my lessons was standard.
Okay, so with Lala,
Mhm.
you danced 2 years. Then
Yes.
why you changed with or
And
Again?
then I changed the city.
So you
Then-
felt again like in your
no.
first time or what?
No.
what was-
So then it was like I was old enough to have a relationship. So I got into the relationship and
Of course, the girls
yes. So I got
screw
into
up everything.
No.
So you
no.
gave up the career for love.
No, I didn't. No. I didn't give up the career. I didn't stop dancing. So I didn't stop dancing.
Wait. So was she a dancer?
No.
No.
No,
That's-
we met in the college.
That's
So
interesting.
because during the time I was dancing with Lala, I went to the college.
Gotcha.
So and I met the girlfriend there.
Yeah.
Then eventually she became my wife.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was like a first and only serious relationship at that time.
Wow.
So yes, and but we met at the college in Donetsk, but she was from Kiev.
Huh.
And then when we finished the college, it was a question where we want to live.
Yeah.
So are we staying in Donetsk?
And you
or-
were already married?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We was dating for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So and she was always supportive of what
dance
I'm
career,
doing, my traveling. Yeah, it was always easy. Yeah, and then it was a question: where do we wanna stuck in this country?
Yeah.
And I also started to feel
You see how stuck in
Stuck.
this country.
Base.
Not live. Stuck.
base. Yes, and I
Yeah.
start to also feel like, okay, the Donetsk become a little small for me.
Mm-hmm.
I already achieved certain results.
Yeah.
I want a little bit more,
Yeah.
and that was a good opportunity. And it was actually, it was a good timing. I got the diploma. It was nothing that could hold me or keep me
Yeah.
in this
In the
city.
city,
So
yeah.
I was like kind of in a bridge.
Yeah.
So I could go either way.
So what diploma did you do? Like was it sport related? or
Kinda. So it's a sport management.
Sport management.
Yes.
Oh.
So I decide to because I had a chance to study as a ballroom dancer. So we had a faculty as a ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
But I choose sports management for non-Olympic type of sports. Like an additional something just in case if something happened with my body,
Yeah.
to have an education and to be able to still be in,
Was it your idea or?
that was a like together decision with my parents. So they helped me. To be honest, I was looking at the don't follow my example and don't take it extremely serious. So but at that time I'm sorry for saying that to all my teachers who was in the college. I was looking for the college that will allow me to skip the classes because I was traveling.
Yeah.
And I was technically a active athlete. And this college was appreciated. So they were supportive
Yeah.
for the people who was active sportsmen.
Gotcha. That's
So
why you got in the
that's-
first place.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because I could travel, and I was traveling all the time. Like you
for
know,
competitions.
2-3 weeks
lessons,
a month. I'm out,
Yeah.
and
They supported it.
they supported it.
That's why you
Yes.
chose the college
Yes,
in
yes,
first place.
That college, this specific college.
Yeah.
And then, because I decided the college, I decided to have a specification as a sport management.
Sport management.
Yes.
Did it help you in any way in ballroom?
Oh yeah, not just in the ballroom. So you know, like what is management? It's everything that relate to organizations, financials, like all of that. So then I built 2 dance studios back in Ukraine and was managing this. So it was helpful. It was very helpful.
Nice.
Because specifically it was in sport.
Got it. That's so interesting. I didn't know that about you. Yeah,
I have a lot of hidden gems.
Well, we always chat. We always, kind of.
But it's never enough time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just on the competition and back and forth. But I feel like I know you, but now I will get to know you even.
We never
even
spoke
better.
so deep and specifically those stages of the life.
Yeah. Got it. So, Kiev. So you split with Lala because you explained to her, look,
yes,
I need to change my city, this and that.
Yeah, we've been friends. Like, again, it wasn't a fight.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it happens, people are splitting and they're like not happy
with each other.
They never speak with each other. Because then afterwards, she even came to my wedding.
Wow.
So she's been there. So she's been supportive also. She understood, and her parents understood exactly
what's going
on. Yes.
So you didn't have any plan for your dancing, you just wanted to change the city, is it correct? Or you already looked out for partner?
Yes, I start to look. I didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm changing the city, so I need to find the best who's there.
Yeah.
And continue to dance there.
So you found who?
I found my next main coach. His name is Yuri Vasychak and his wife Yana Vasychak. So they used to dance 10 dance, and again their priority was standard. You see, it's like the standard was following me all the way.
I know.
So but they used to be a 10 dance.
Now question, did you like standard more or Latin? At that time.
I had the different periods of life when I used to love more standard, more Latin. It's like, when you develop something and you see like the product and you catch the wave and you're like, okay, now I like Latin. And then you lost it a little bit. Then it was flipping all the time. But I never could choose one style.
Me neither. I never could choose, but I was always, when I started dancing, my standard was horrible. Like bad.
Mine is opposite.
Bad.
My standard was always good.
I remember.
Latin
I remember the first time I put my arms up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the practice. It was like, I don't know, the second month I was dancing, and you know how they tuck in the bottom and this and that. And I did the first step, and I sit on my partner's thigh or knee or whatever you call it, right? And after standard, my balls always hurt.
Oh boy.
And I'm like,
not the best first experience, right?
Yeah, this standard experience, this standard style is really bad. If it feels like this, so Latin was the preferred choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my first competition in Latin, I was like 50 couples, 5th or 4th or 6th, I don't know, final, right?
I mean, it's pretty good.
But then it flips.
That happens.
And because I grew significantly, I was like 5 sticks glued together, So standard was, at that time, if you're tall, you do standard. If you
was before,
Before,
was
like, right.
That's why I'm
surprised. That's why I'm surprised that standard was your better style, because
But it's again,
I
was more educated.
People,
I was more educated in standard, and it happened this way. The teachers who was around me, there was standard teachers, and
got it. So you found a partner, or first coach. You found the club and the coach first before the partner.
Yes.
Why did you look
I mean, I found the coach, I found the studio. I came there, and they said I want to dance. They knew me,
Yeah.
so they said we will look for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So and they found the girl pretty fast.
But this is what I like about, Europe, because you have the coach and they have their connections and they kind of look
Yes.
out for you.
Yes.
In US, I feel like you need to self-manage.
You know,
If you don't have the main coach, you kind of self-managing your
I have
career.
my own opinion about this, and I mean it's like it's a whole different topic
Mm-hmm.
about this being under the wing of the coach
Yeah.
or being independent. Because honestly, what I see here in United States, after people having this experience as a dancers there, being under somebody's control
Mm-hmm.
and never making their own decisions,
Yeah.
when they come in here and they have to learn from the scratch
Yeah.
at pretty old age for the athlete
Yeah.
how to be independent,
And self-managing
and
your
not
career.
everybody's surviving this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why so many good dancers are like disappearing here, because
Mm.
even they're good dancers, they not a good decision makers, or they
Sports management. So if you want to manage something for all the dancers,
yeah,
call Oleksiy.
I can help.
He can help.
So you see what I'm saying?
Link down below. I'm not doing links, but anyway.
So you see what I'm saying?
Got it.
So and then they come to the environment that become extremely stressful for them.
Mm.
And now besides managing the life in a different country,
Yeah.
they have to start managing themselves that they never did before.
Yeah.
And a lot of those dancers, or they giving up, or they just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because here
Yeah.
nobody will make decision for you. You have to do it by yourself. And if you don't know how to do it, you have a problem.
You fucked.
Yeah,
Basically.
I saw good dancers, like that some of them was, I mean, I never had, and I don't have till today. I never have idols, but I always admire the good dancers who's been the stars,
Yeah.
And then I see and then I saw them coming here, and I'm like, you've been in my head on such a pedestal,
Yeah.
and you've been an example, and I see that you completely lost here. That was shocking for me. But then I realized, because they never did anything for themselves, by themselves.
Yeah.
It was always a coach.
The coach.
Always.
But shouldn't it be in dancing? Sports, that you have a main coach that managing your career. Here, for some reason, I don't know if the coach doesn't want to do the decision for them, or I don't know what it is here.
I agree and disagree with you. You see, part of that, it's not only a dancer's, let's say, I don't want to say weak part or it's their problem. It's also a coach problem. So the coach, who's been a main coach for them, didn't teach them to be independent and make I believe in the teamwork.
Yeah.
But you have to invest as much as other person invest,
Yeah.
as much as the third party invest. And this third party is your teacher, because it's not him on the dance floor, it's you.
Yeah.
It's all about you. He's on your side. But
So you're looking at the coach as
I was lucky because my coaches, they taught me this.
Yeah.
You see, and Igor and Yuri, they both gave me enough freedom and enough support that when I moved
Decide
here,
something.
it wasn't stress for me at all.
Yeah.
It was like I was ready for this. And
Got
again, it's not because of only me, it's because of them.
Got it.
And what I see sometimes those coaching taking like a full control that you think it's normal.
Yeah.
But then when you become older and you even trying to change something, it's not always work, because now you have to learn like
how to manage
it from the scratch. But the clock is ticking.
Of course it's ticking. Always ticking. God damn. All right. So you came to Kiev. They found a girl.
Yep.
What was her name?
Ira.
Ira.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Ira. Привет.
Yeah, so I danced with her. Also, the result was good. I can't.
Of course,
I can't
national
complain.
champion again, right?
It was.
It must be you though, because you have many different.
No. It's teamwork. It's teamwork. It's all.
He learned to say that so he doesn't offend anybody in America. I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
It's all teamwork.
Teamwork.
It's
Of course it is. It's two people
effort.
dancing, right?
Yes.
Right.
It's never about only you. So yeah, we danced 2 seasons, and then we split.
Because
Then I found another girl.
because
I know.
he blocked out the memory of his mind.
No, it was all fine, but I start to feel like I want something different. As selfish as it sounds,
Yeah.
like I start to feel like.
How old were you at the time?
I was 19.
19.
Yes.
Yeah, becoming a man and
Yeah.
have a girlfriend.
And you know, like every
when did you
period
get
of life-
married? When did you get married?
I was 19.
There you have it.
Yes.
Okay. So
I
starting a
got married
family
very young.
life and
Yeah, and then I mean it just like it's a life changing. Like something happened.
course.
Something happened in your mind, in your head. Sometimes you just feel you need to change it.
Yeah.
You know, you feel like okay, it's good, but it can be better.
So you were already teaching,
Oh yes.
right?
At the, when I got married, I moved to the Kiev. I opened my first dance studio there.
Got it. Okay.
So it was already.
Was it dance studio or a club? Because I know.
Describe me a difference.
Well, the club was for just not hobby dancing. You know what I mean? Like
No. It was a dancing studio. Like for the different type of dancing. Also, I wasn't the only one teacher there. So we had and ballet and contemporary. It was like let's say it was a dancing place.
Dance center, so
like
to
dance
say.
center.
Gotcha.
You know what's funny? Actually, the studio where I was dancing and name of the studio of Yuri, my coach, was Dance Center.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's funny you mentioned this name.
Dance center, yeah.
Dance Center, yes.
Yeah.
They still exist. They still teaching there. Yeah,
Wow.
they still in Kiev. Yeah, hi to you and thank you for all your support.
Yes. How you say in Ukrainian hello or здравствуйте?
Доброго дня.
Доброго дня.
Доброго
дня. Yeah.
Yes.
Доброго дня.
Доброго
That's
дня.
Slovakian доброго дня.
Доброго дня. Yeah, you
Доброго
see, it's
дня.
pretty similar.
Yeah, very
It's
similar.
still Slavic languages,
Yeah.
you see. So
Got it. So you opened your first studio to make
Yes.
money, obviously, because you
Yes.
stopped your.
Yes, and I choose like to have the studio as a business model, something that I can work with my wife. You know, so it was like
Was she a dancer?
No, she never been a dancer. She did the martial arts.
Huh. Did she studied? So she studied in your college as well, right?
Yes.
You met her there.
Yeah, same education, same degree.
Same degree.
Yeah.
So sports management.
Mhm.
Huh.
But she was 1 year. She finished it 1 year before me.
Got
So
it.
she's younger than me, but she finished in 1 year sooner than me.
Because she's smarter.
No, because our school system is different. You
Got
see, like I had all 11 years of school and high school. She had 10.
Ah, okay.
So she
yeah.
skipped the third grade.
Gotcha.
I was in every grade, so that's why it was.
Yeah. So same age.
Yeah, no, she's 1 year younger. Than me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. So you open your studio in Kiev.
I opened the first studio, not in the Kiev.
Outskirts.
Yes.
Outskirts.
So
of
it was
Kiev.
like 20 minutes
yeah.
away from Kiev in a
Gotcha.
nice little city, nice little town. So we opened the first studio. We started to develop it, and I started to dance. So it was like also changes.
So Ira came along as a partner, right? Ira?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long you danced with Ira?
Two
2 years
seasons.
as well.
Yes, 2 seasons.
It's
We
like
have a seasons. You see, it's not 2 years. It's a
okay,
season.
but you have like 2 seasons, 3 seasons,
I know.
2 seasons, 3. Is it because you were moving at the speed of light and they didn't catch up, or? Excuse me.
No. That's not a good.
It
good
seemed like
thing
a
to say.
pattern of yours. 2 seasons. I don't know.
It comes with a realization that you have a different ideas in the end. You want to go different ways. You see, like,
Got it.
and again, no offense to anybody, but sometimes in the cultures, somebody wants to get married, somebody has a different relationship and put their own intentions and priority in that. So,
Was you that or was Ira that?
I don't want to say any of us was that. I'm just giving you an example that what can happen.
But the example was from your partnership, or
no, not about being in a relationship and being married. It just, at that time, it felt like a right decision, you know?
I'm good with that. Don't bust my balls, man. So you changed, and then, so you had already another partner in mind as well, or?
No. So I changed because it was like, I had a little break for maybe a couple months. So I felt like I need to make some changes and I need to focus on myself a little bit. So we stopped dancing, and then my teachers was about to look for another girl.
Yeah.
And then my last partner in Ukraine, she showed up, and she was way younger than me. Like, I think she was 8 years younger than me.
Who?
So we had like few divisions. No, at that time I was. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm lying right now. So 19, 2 years, 21, and she was 16.
So
15. 15. So
7 years.
7 years, still a lot. So why I remember, because she didn't even have a passport. At that time. That was funny already. So and then she showed up, and I didn't see her as my potential partner, but my coaches said like she has the potential. Like take her, do something, you'll see it's gonna work, explode, you know. And and then we start to dance. We dance a long time, because she started to work in my studio also as a teacher.
Got it.
And then I opened another studio, a second location. So
a businessman as well. I forgot to mention that.
But it was a teamwork. It wasn't only me. So we danced for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So that was one of the longest partnership. And it was also very successful. Yeah. We won few times European Championship in 10 dance, World Championship in 10 dance. We've been in the final, in the standard, in the European Championship. So it was great. It was a great journey. Yeah. And then
you didn't tell me. You just sent me the American stuff. You were.
But that was.
You were 10 dance world champion.
Yeah. In amateur division.
Doesn't matter. Like hello. So he was a 10 dance world champion in amateurs. That's huge. That's huge.
It wasn't a past life.
Yeah, but it is huge. Why are you so ashamed of it?
I'm not.
Why you didn't tell me then?
I'm just grounded. I'm very grounded.
Humble.
I'm very humble. Yes.
Grounded and humble. Got it. Okay. I take that. So, you danced with her. And the relationship ended on a high note, like with the championship title, and then you said, I need to go to America.
No. Moving into America was another, like, I want to say joke, but kinda.
Joke.
Kinda
joke.
I'll explain it right now.
So, you were dancing with Ira.
No, that was
Nastya. No, before Nastya.
The last one is Nastya.
Nastya.
Yes.
And also Nastya, the last one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You see, it's like I had 2 Iras, I had 2 Nastyas.
What's going on with you, man?
Circle
you planned that shit?
Circle of life.
Circle of life. Lion King. All right. So you were dancing with Nastya 5 years. She was younger.
Yes, I had 2 studios. It was like over 250 kids in between those 2 studios. We had some adult dancing also. It was also great. We had a house. Like everything was set. Back in Ukraine, it was set. But
Oleksiy was unhappy. Inside, he had this longing for some shit.
Kinda. It was one national championship. last one.
The last one.
Last one back in Ukraine, when I don't know what happened, but like I didn't make a final
In tendons.
in standard.
In standard.
In standard, I didn't make a final.
And before you were like what? Finalist?
I was like third.
Third. Got it.
Yes. Yeah. So I was consistently I was like there.
Yeah,
you know,
So
and
you were top of
yes,
the notch.
yes.
In Ukraine.
And I didn't make a final. And one of my friends they also here in the United States. We moved together. And
What's her name?
Andrei and Katya Волошка.
Здравствуйте. Привет, ребята. You are next on the podcast, by the way.
You'll have a great time with them, believe me. So, and what happened, Andrei is actually a godfather of my son.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's like we're all related right now.
Yeah.
So what happened, they was unhappy with their result. I was
But they Latin only though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was unhappy with my result. And like week after this national championship, we were standing after the group class in the studio in the dance center, just waiting.
Yours dance center.
No.
In the
Kyiv, yes.
Yeah.
So and then Katya said like, "You'll pick it, right?" She said like, "It's all fucked up."
No, I'm not cutting. That
Okay.
You on the record
Okay,
right now.
it's all screwed up.
It's all fucked up. You can swear on this channel.
Okay.
It's judgment-free zone.
She said like, "We need to make some changes."
So she literally said that it's fucked up.
Absolutely.
How you say it in Russian? In Ukrainian? What did she say exactly?
No, I don't want to say it. No. You see, to say it in my language, it meaning
has
a
more
lot.
weight.
But
yeah,
because I
understand.
know what it means. So for me, is to say it in English is like
That's why in English I'm swearing.
less.
In Russian, no, more.
Because you don't have
there is no weight. There is no weight. Yeah, there is no weight.
Yes.
In Russian, same thing. I'm swearing like a sailor, and people look at me like, "Oh my God, this language." But it doesn't mean to me anything.
I'm not. I don't like to swear. And like sometimes people,
I do.
Some American people, they like teach me some bad words. I'm like, I don't feel good about this.
Yeah.
I don't want to teach you bad words. Like I don't feel comfortable.
You I don't know.
What? Something wrong with me?
No, you good. you like a monk. Like I don't know. I'm looking up to you right now. I will come for some sports management, life management.
Okay.
No, it's good. I like it.
So basically what you said. It doesn't go anywhere. You see the result. So we need to make some changes. And when we're starting joking around, so yeah, we might need some change.
Katya started though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Let's go to United States." Out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. She's like, and she asked me like, would you move? I'm like, easy. I have 2 studios. I have a house. At that year, I got my son. So I have a newborn.
Born.
I have a newborn in the house, and she's like, no, you're too weak. You'll never move. I'm like, look at me. I came back home. I'm talking to my wife, who just exhausted from having a newborn. I mean, how it feels.
I know.
So you also
you
have wife.
Yeah.
So, and I'm telling her,
Let's go.
I just spoke with my friends. Let's move to United States. She just did this to me.
You're crazy.
She's like, go sleep. Relax. You just too tired.
Yeah, you're just exhausted.
Yeah.
You're just unhappy with the result. Like, it will pass.
Yes, and
wow.
and I shut up at this moment. Then next morning, I woke up and I was like, "Hey, you remember what I asked you yesterday?" I was that serious. Like I was serious. And what funny was, she didn't fight me for a long time. I mean, we didn't fight. But she didn't argue with me, or she didn't try to
about going to United States. Yeah.
She's like, we had few conversations about this. Like there was very peaceful conversations, and yeah, in 6 months, in 3 months, I got my it took me 1 month to get a visa and go. Right after this conversation, I got my visa, tourist visa.
So she agreed to go?
Oh yeah. But it was like we didn't agree to move. She said like, go, check it out, and then.
So she sent you alone?
Oh yeah. So she said, go check it out, and then we'll talk. Like basically she said like, took a vacation for 6 months.
Yeah.
like live in a different country, check what's about
See
it.
what's up, and then
So it was only months, right? So since I decide until I took a plane and moved here.
which city was it? LA.
LA. Yeah, it was LA.
Why LA though?
Another
funny story.
I can give you
Elaborate.
a portion
Elaborate.
of this story.
Just portion?
Yeah.
Why portion? Is it secret?
No, it's not a secret, but it's nothing like too excited about this. So when I decide to try United States, I start to send my resume to the different places.
Okay.
And my main like what I wanted the most, I wanted to go to Eugene Katzelman's studio.
New York.
To New York. So that was my first. I researched who's there, who's the best results, the coaches, right?
Well, Eugene, Maria.
Yeah, and I didn't know how the system works. I mean, I didn't know English. I didn't. I knew only like few words. Hi, bye, how much it cost, and count from 1 to 10, and names of some ballroom figures. That was my vocabulary.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about English. I was dancing.
You were just like,
I skipped
I'm
all
going and whatever.
all these English lessons in the school and in my college. So, but I was so crazy, let's say, so excited.
Going,
even knowing nothing, I'm going.
Yeah.
I came here. So about the Eugene.
Yeah.
I also he don't even remember. I talked with him about this because I texted him. We had the chat, and he said I'm not hiring anybody. So he had like
at that time. And
I
now
don't think
he doesn't
hired anybody. He had like all his kids and like people who was like Artur Tarnavsky, Nikishkin at that time, Nikita Malachov. So they was all in his studio. They was all working. Koля Tarasov, like all my friends right now. They was like this NYDF gang, Brooklyn gangs.
The Brooklyn.
And for me, I was like, wow, they look so cool. I want to be part of this. Like besides the coach, besides the Eugene, I saw the environment, the lifestyle. I was like, wow, that's I'm excited about this. I'm hungry for this.
That's so funny, man, because we were just talking before the podcast. Oleksiy said New York.
Because I tried it. Because I tried the New York.
I understand, but it was like New York.
At that time, I was like, I want it.
Yeah.
And I chat with Eugene.
And Eugene,
he didn't know me.
He said no.
He said no.
You're not in the part of the gang.
He said like I'm not hiring at all. It doesn't matter. It's you or not you. It's like it's full.
Yeah.
So and the next, I sent to few different people, and it was Vivo Dance Studio. The
very famous Vivo studio.
Yes, I mean, listen, I'm very like, besides
the problems,
besides of many different stories and whatever happened with the studio.
Yeah,
like I learned a lot right there. So I can't say any bad words about my own experience. Mm-hmm. So maybe I wasn't agree with something, but there was a good life lessons right there and lessons about
the system in America.
I took everything in a very good way.
Yeah,
that's why I know some people have different experiences. Yes, and they didn't end up in a good note. It's their own experience. No judgment. I'm not trying to.
So you had a good experience.
I had a good experience, and and even the way how I quit the studio.
I know there's one experience. It was
that I don't want to talk about. Who knows that people know, we'll keep it between
between us. Yes. He's immediately drinking because it's so bad.
That's okay. Listen, sometimes you have to have certain experiences to grow, right?
To realize
the value of the good stuff.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't want.
We're having too much fun. Okay, so you send the resumes, right?
So I sent the resume. He responded to me. He said like, yeah, I have a girl for you. Yeah. So and I. What
girl was it?
Listen. So
He had a girl, a partner, and then let's leave it by that.
yeah. So let's have a break.
No break. There's no breaks, man. This is live.
Okay.
He's very okay. So I'm sorry. I put you on the spot. I apologize.
No. It's
I
all
apologize.
fine. No, I'm joking. It's all fine.
I apologize.
Like, we had.
So, yeah.
So.
Okay, tell us the story.
So I moved to LA.
Mm.
I started to work in this studio, and what's funny, this studio was mostly people who was students there.
Yeah.
Was mostly Asians.
Yeah.
And again, I hope I'm not gonna offend anybody. Not. I'm trying to find the right words to say. So
It's judgment-free zone.
imagine?
Just say.
Imagine situation.
Yeah.
Ukrainian boy
Mm-hmm.
moving in the United States, not knowing English,
Having
and
two studios
learning English from the Asian people
Oh shit.
who also moved to the United States and barely know English.
Yeah.
So can you imagine the level of my English at that time?
Did you speak Chinese though?
No Mandarin, nothing.
No. Yeah.
No. But I learned English from people who already has a broken English. I learned
had
so
this
many
experience.
different bad habits, pronunciation, spelling,
Mm-hmm.
but I was still excited to learn.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had the same experience in Italy.
Oh yeah.
I learned English in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came here, I had Italian accent.
But at least you had you said your words right.
No,
Accent
I
is an
didn't.
accent.
I didn't.
I learned the wrong stuff. Like
Listen, one example, right? I came and I had my first group class in the studio, right? They hired me.
I remember my experience.
Man, I'm like, and you're not used to people chatting in the group lesson and this and that. I turned around and I was like, people, you gotta fuck us.
What?
Exactly. Everybody was like, fuck, right? People, you gotta concentrate.
I'm not following.
Okay, I explain. So when I just came, a friend of mine, he said, you don't say, you don't say body, you say body.
Body.
So your O's are like A's, more closer to A's. And I'm like, got it.
You have to
apply it.
focus.
Yeah, focus.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Got it? Right? So I applied what I've learned from my friend, right? Body and, all these O's like A's. And then focus was one of the words. So I turned around. Mind you, right? My first lesson in the studio that hired me. And I turned around and it's like, people, you gotta fuck us.
Ooh.
And the owner was like, what's going on, right? So then I clarified, you need to concentrate. I was like, oh, that's what you mean. That's what you
that word, yeah.
Oh, Daniel, it's pronounced focus. I was like, yeah, you gotta fuck us, people. Come on, let's do it. So I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Yeah. So you learn Chinese broken English.
Yes, exactly. So I've stayed in the studio for like almost 2 years.
Yeah. Did you compete at the time?
A little bit.
With this?
Yes, a little bit. So it was 10 dance. It was
I crop on you on the
you're not gonna pull it
this
from me.
moment. Yeah.
No, we danced a little bit. We tried to dance a little bit, but it just didn't work.
Didn't work. Yeah.
And then also like because you see how the system works here in the United States, you have to be somebody. Like specifically in that studio, you have to be somebody to have enough of lessons and like to raise the price and blah blah blah. So and because I barely compete and I didn't have any results here in the United States, it was hard for me
Mm-hmm.
to support my family because after 6 months being here, I
you were
said
paying for being here, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then 6 months later,
Mm-hmm.
like I said to my wife, I like it here. Like I don't want to come back to Ukraine. So I went.
Even though you didn't make
I saw the
money.
potential.
You saw the
I saw the potential. I saw like, okay, I like
well,
it
look
more.
at you now.
No, look at me now.
Potential.
So I
love
saw
it.
the potential. I like the how the system works.
Mhm,
That you
mhm.
work with adults, you dancing, you know. So I like this pro-am system, which we didn't have in Ukraine at that time.
Yeah.
So this for me was like completely new.
And exciting.
Yes,
and,
yes. So
yeah.
I found again something new, something exciting.
And you can make money with your own dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Not like,
Yes.
you know.
So then later on, 6 months later, I came back to Ukraine for 2 weeks just to pack the stuff
Yeah.
and sell what I
So
need
you
to
were
sell.
calling.
Yeah, I called to my wife. I said,
Yeah.
like, you know.
We're moving.
Mm-hmm.
So you bought, you just rent apartment
Yeah.
here or? Yeah.
Yeah. So I went there. I picked them up. We flew here again. I rent the apartment. I still like worked at the Vivo.
Yeah.
But then I start to feel like, okay, life in LA is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
No
not
worries.
getting what I want
Yeah.
to support my family. And then it happened that I met my old friend from like my I don't want to say like childhood, but from like junior dancing.
Who is
you
it?
know, Artem
Artem.
Plachotny. So we used to compete all our life together on the same dance floor, you know. And at that time, he's been already a long time in the United States. He owns the studio. And
In LA?
in Arizona.
In Arizona?
Yeah, so that's what makes me move to Arizona. And he saw me. He needed a teacher. Who?
So you met on the competition
Yeah,
or something?
it was an Emerald Bowl.
Yeah.
So we start to chat, and he's like, "You can have this." Like he advertised his studio, and showed me the example. So it was all legit, you know.
Yeah.
And I tried it a few times. So I flew there. I started to teach like one day a week. I saw that, I mean, it's better paying, and it's American people. Also, I was excited about this.
Yeah.
It was all Americans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm
cheaper
learning.
living.
I'm learning English. Finally,
Yeah.
the proper English that I can communicate here, and you know. So, and yes, exactly. The lifestyle there is way cheaper.
Yeah.
You can afford way more and much better life.
But hot though.
The
I
first year,
visited you. I visited you when I was in Arizona.
Yes.
You were like, you get used to it, man. I'm
Exactly.
Like, I'm sweating. I'm like,
but it's only first year.
Yeah.
Then you're fine. Right now it's fine. So.
And you told me also that you have a blue light or some light to check for
Black
scorpions.
Light. Black light.
Black light for scorpions.
Yes.
He's checking for scorpions if they're in the bed, you know, like
Yeah.
easy. Oh, when they sting you, no worries, it's all
We
cool.
have rattlesnakes. We
Oh
have
my
tarantulas.
God.
We have hula monsters.
What's hula monster?
It's like a dragon. They're also venomous, but they're like in the desert. They're not around.
They're not coming in the city.
No.
So
And we have scorpions. Yeah.
Did you have scorpion in your
Yeah.
city
yeah.
apartment?
Not an apartment. When I used to live in a house, so I catched several scorpions. And one time,
Did they sting you?
No. So I found it in a lamp. So you know, like these lamps that are like half circle.
Yeah.
So I saw. I came from after the competition, and I turned on the light, and I saw this dirt. You know, like sometimes like you have beetles or something, and it was pretty big, and it was moving. So I checked it, and it was a scorpion. Who I don't know how he claimed there, but the problem. I mean, not a problem for him. It was a problem. So they can't claim on glass. Once he got into the glass,
he's
done. He's stuck. That's why we sometimes put our beds into the glass cups, so the scorpion can go into your bed.
I learned something new.
So they slides in the glass. So he was stuck there, and he was alive right there for 3 weeks with no food, no water. He was alive for 3 weeks. Then he died. And another time, I caged a little rattlesnake in my kitchen. So that's Arizona. Welcome to Arizona.
You catched him like.
No. I came after the national championships. It was hot, and I saw something moving in between the tiles. You know, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
and I had like this plastic something box,
Yeah.
right? So I found that this is a snake, and then I just catch it with a box,
Oh my God.
and then I throw it away.
Crazy. Okay, let's go back to the story, because you were in Vivo how long?
Almost 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
So how long you in United States overall?
Right now it's 8 years.
8 years.
Mhm.
8 years. Got it. Almost like me. This is my 10 year.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's just been in December. 10 year.
I
So-
moved in February.
November, end of November,
Hmm.
December, like / December. So you spoke to your friend Artyom, and then
He spoke to me
well,
because I didn't search for the studio. I was trying to manage how to be here,
yeah.
and then
Got
it
it.
happened this way. That
Now,
he
did
came
you
to me.
sell everything in Ukraine? Your house, your did you give
Some-
up the studio? Or you're still managing the studio?
no,
You still,
no.
So you
So
sold the
something something was sold, something was given to
family.
family or like the studio was it wasn't sold, it was given to my ex-partner, to Nastya, that I
Hmm.
was dancing. She was the last one there when I moved.
Last Nastya in Ukraine.
Last
not
Nastya in
last
Ukraine.
Nastya in US.
No.
Привет, Настюля.
So yeah,
Got it.
so she and she's like she still have the studio right now.
Wow. Huh. And the house?
It went to the parents,
Your parents.
her parents.
Her parents. Wow. Your wife's
Mhm.
your wife's parents. That's nice of you.
It's nice of her.
Got it.
So yeah, and then it happened this way that Artem reached out to me, and
So you
After-
you traveled from
traveled, yeah.
LA
yeah,
to Arizona,
once a week.
driving,
have a tryout.
flying.
Sometimes flying, sometimes driving, depends.
Tryout with who?
No, to try the studio.
The try
how
the
it
studio.
works,
Got
you
it.
know?
Got it. Try out with the studio.
Yes.
Yeah. Try the way of living
then-
and
and then
see and check
maybe
out.
like-
Yeah.
Maybe after a couple months, I made a decision. So why do I need to travel every time
Yeah.
if I can be a permanent resident right there and teach and already develop
yeah.
a student, right?
Yeah.
So and then I moved.
So you moved to Arizona and you split with the partner here, with the LA partner.
I split before I moved, so I kind of stopped dancing. At that moment,
So you
I
were just
stopped.
teaching.
I was just teaching. Yes. So I
got
stopped
it.
dancing.
So did you still have the drive to dance, or
Yes, I've been trying to have a different tryouts and find the girl here, but I didn't have any luck with this. And then I kinda slowed down. I was like,
they didn't want to
if I can,
dance?
no, I wanted to dance.
No,
but,
they didn't want to dance. The girls. They
somebody
were not-
didn't want to dance.
weren't same mindset?
Somebody wants me to move to a different state.
Mm.
But you see, they was all single, doing their stuff. I had a family, so it was
Yeah.
the responsibility is different.
Got it.
So my situation was not
So
a
you
usual
needed
situation.
you still wanted to dance, but your priority
Yes,
was
yes.
making money and take care
Yes,
of
exactly.
family. Right.
Exactly. So and then I tried few times. I had a few very good tryouts, like amazing tryouts.
Yeah, you said so in New York as well. Right?
Yeah. So and though I had two great tryouts, and those two girls right now dancing and also having a great results. So like, but no one wants to move to Arizona. So it was for me again, or moving to New York, which that was even more expensive, right? Or coming back to LA,
Yeah.
which is
You
wasn't.
didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. Because like my work in Arizona already was like so good, I started to feel so comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
So who wants to give up the
Give
comfort?
up everything. Yeah.
Especially when you
Well, it's not comfort, but you have
stability.
Stability,
Yes,
yeah, that's-
yes.
that's
When
it,
you
yeah.
when you start to think less about like
Surviving. Yeah.
surviving, you start
Yeah.
to like enjoy more, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then for like, I think I had good year and a half a break, like no dancing.
So your
Like
family came with you to
Yes.
Arizona.
So I was like, I don't want to say I gave up, I was still in back on my mind was I want to dance.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But it was still tendance. It's standard and Latin.
oh yeah, yes. I was looking for a tendance.
Tendance partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was a pose in dancing because I couldn't find anybody.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
One beautiful afternoon, I came out of the studio.
No, it was actually it was I think it was one of the national championships.
Yeah.
So I was with
Orlando?
my students. Yes, in Orlando. I was with I were there with my students, and so because I already had some friends and they knew I want.
You looking? Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to dance.
Yeah.
And then one of the friends of mine, he's like, I know one girl she's in Arizona, but she is a Pro-Am student. She's a Pro-Am A division student.
Huh.
And she won everything. She won Blackpool Pro-Am. She was like national champion.
Yeah.
And right now she's like, she achieved everything in Pro-Am, and she wants to dance.
Yeah.
And at that time I said like, me dancing with Pro-Am, like turn somebody to pro, never.
Yeah.
Never. Like it was like
Never.
And it took like my friends were like, okay. And even though he introduced me to her, we had one awkward
Awkward tryout
no, not tryout, just like kind of conversation
with
her. Because my friend, he's like, oh, this is Natalie, this is Alex, you both in the same state.
Yeah,
it would be great if you're gonna dance. And we're like, and he left.
Huh.
He just disappeared. And we're standing. She's like, she didn't know me, I don't know her. Like, we have no idea what's going on. Like, and we just spent maybe 30 minutes standing near each other. Was like not even talking. Like, how are you? Are you good? You good? Are you looking for somebody?
Did you already speak the
at that time, like the language was already not a problem. So yeah, it was a weird meeting.
Where's the embassy? Ah, there it is. I just want to show you something very quick. Where are you? There you go.
Show me. Yes. This is when. This is when we made our first world final in rhythm. Yes.
I remember that. I was so happy for you.
And 3 days later, we won National 9 Dance.
Yep.
And both Rising Star, Smooth and Rhythm, we also won. Send it to me. I don't have those pictures.
No.
Please.
Yeah, I remember that. So you were awkwardly.
Yeah, it was awkward, like
not even talking, standing next to each other,
watching somebody's dancing.
Yeah.
It was pro event.
Yeah.
And then her coach, who was a pro, he was start like targeting me consistently. Dance with her. He was advertising her like he was like.
Yeah, she's great.
He's like almost like a
hardworking. Come on.
Yes.
You will. You're so stupid.
I was denying all those propositions.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And then another time he came to me and I got so tired of him. I was like, come on, dude, like you're not gonna give up. Like, okay, I'm gonna please you. So I scheduled the meeting with her. I remember like right now, it was in the Starbucks. Like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's 5 minutes away from the city on my break.
Let's just grab a coffee.
Yeah, so we met.
That's it. Yeah.
It was summer. It was like June, I think.
Yeah, 150 degrees in Arizona.
Yes, almost.
Summer.
So we met at the Starbucks.
Yeah.
So we have a conversation. And my first question is like, what's your standard background? And she's like, none, zero.
Oh, shit.
Zero. I'm like, wow, that's not gonna go anywhere. But I'm like, because I already promised somebody, so I'm gonna try. I said like, let's try this. No, that was July.
So you were still aiming for tendance.
Yes.
Like
in my head, I
Latin.
wanted to
You were like
international.
set. Yeah.
So, and she never danced international. Never.
And he was still pursuing you to.
No. At that time, I was like, I don't care. I just want to dance. Because I just wanted to dance.
Yeah.
So we met. We were having this conversation, but our agreement was like this. I said like, let's do this. Let's practice. It will keep you in shape. and it will keep me in shape.
Mm.
And parallel, you search for a partner, I search for a partner. But just because we're in the same state, it will be nice just to dance.
Yeah.
But
She
we're
agreed?
not. But we're not dancing together.
She agreed.
She agreed.
Okay.
That was another weird thing.
She got
right?
she got the foot in the door. The foot.
I don't know. I don't think she had any idea what's going on. It like she also, because her coach also
Said
said yes.
Yeah. Got it.
So we start to like practice. We honestly we stole few routines and smooth from videos.
Yeah.
Like put it all together, and we practice maybe for a month. And
1
then,
month.
1 month.
Mm.
Yes. So we practice for 1 month with no plans. Just practicing. I'm still searching. She's still searching, right?
Yeah.
So we practiced for 1 month, and then it happened this way. With my students, I went to nationals.
Mhm.
It was 2017.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I need to check the photo. No, I'm joking.
she came. That was 18.
That was 18.
That was 18.
He
Year
knows
later.
his stuff. He knows his stuff.
Yes. So and it happened this way. She was working in the Georgie booth, helping to sell the dresses.
Wait a minute. So the 17 you didn't dance yet.
Nope.
So
No.
this is 18.
That's 18.
August.
Yes.
And 17 you didn't dance
No.
competition at all.
No.
And you already were in final. Fuck me.
I'm gonna come
Keep going.
there.
Yeah.
So it happened this way. I'm dancing with my students.
Mhm.
She's working in a Georgie booth, and that was I think it's the Hurricane Katrina. That was that year. So
Yeah.
so I
But was it Orlando?
It was Orlando.
Okay.
Yes.
17.
Yes. It was my first hurricane.
Man, a year later.
Yeah, and so at the same time, I mean, we started practice together and got a little bit excited about what's going on,
Yeah.
and we scheduled the lesson with Max Sinitsa. So yeah, he's been involved too.
Привет, Max.
So we scheduled the lessons with him. It was only two lessons, or 1 or 2, whatever. And
Where was it? In
Orlando.
In Orlando.
Yeah, just because we both was there, so we
Yeah.
scheduled it there, being there.
Of course.
And this lesson wasn't even in the ballroom. This lesson was somewhere in the hall on the carpet. And Max said that was a Max idea. Yeah, we danced in 1 month together. We just put our routines. He's like, why you not dancing the competition? You're both here. Like, just go and dance nationals. I don't have any outfits. She doesn't have any outfits. And we're like that crazy. I'm saying, hey, Natalie,
Let's do it.
we have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
Let's dance. We have all 4 routines. They're like fine. We took a lesson.
So
we have
smooth.
somebody who's already like second in United States.
Yeah.
You know, and he's saying like go and dance for fun. I said like let's
Rising
dance.
Star.
No,
Regular.
the regular because the Rising Star was before in the beginning of the week, and that was the end
So
of the
it was-
week.
Oh shit.
And now
Okay.
and she's like she was a kid, you know, at this moment.
Yeah.
But what she said later, she said like it was like a test, and she couldn't fail it. She's like, of course, let's do it.
Yeah.
So she went to Georgie, rent a dress. I went to Bobby Tan, like with this dance zone or whatever.
Yeah.
So I bought a jacket, a pants, a shoes. So we bought everything like in the morning to dance at night competition. And just like that, we danced pro event. It was
Wow.
it was a quarterfinal. Of course, we didn't make any recalls. We didn't make a semifinal.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got some marks. Some people was
Mhm.
marking us
After 1 month.
after 1 month dancing. Yes, and then we
Wow.
danced. We feel it's
Excited.
cool. It was
Yeah.
excited, and then we started to dance like seriously. And after that, because our first event was open,
Yeah.
not even the Rising Star.
Yeah.
After that, we started to Rising Star and Open. We won every single competition Rising Star, and then September, October, November. In 4 months, we added the rhythm, American rhythm.
But she was experienced in rhythm.
Yes. For me, that was a new experience. And then we started dance rhythm,
Yeah.
and we also won all the Rising Star. And then year later, so basically from September to September was our experience
That's
dancing
amazing,
together.
man.
We won everything. We started to push the finals in the open, you know, in the both divisions. And then at the embassy, that photo you showed me just right now,
Yep.
we made the final in
You were so
rhythm.
happy, I remember.
Oh yeah,
so
that was
man.
big deal because it's also a world
Yeah,
championship.
Yeah.
And we finished 7
Mm-hmm.
in open smooth, but
Yeah.
we won both rhythm and smooth.
Yeah.
Rising Star.
Rising Star. Yeah. That's amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened with Natalie? Why you split with her? How long you danced with her though?
We danced.
I know the story. I want him to tell me the story, and whatever he wants to tell me. But I know the story. Go on.
Listen, at least something should be a secret,
Got it.
right? I don't want to like open like everything. I want to say something maybe for a different podcast, for a different time.
What do you mean, like an intimate podcast?
Maybe we'll see.
More dimmed light.
Yes. Oh my, yeah.
All right. So 1 year, you were dancing 1 year, going on the streak of competitions.
Oh yeah, we had probably from 28 to 30, maybe I think 28 or 30 competitions this year. So imagine this, 30 competitions, doing Rising Star Smooth, Open Smooth, then Rising Star Rhythm and Open Rhythm, and also I have my prime students. So I was a hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it was from the love of dance, you know.
Yeah.
But it was a lot. And what's interesting, I don't know, you know this story, maybe not ever. Some people know this story. Dancing at the embassy, you dance all week. So I start to dance on Wednesday at embassy. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday they have a Rising Star Smooth. So we're finishing dancing at 10 p.m. Sunday night at embassy. Monday morning at 10 a.m. I supposed to stay on a dance floor in Orlando with my student already at nationals. So we're finishing the dancing embassy.
Yeah.
Our stuff already packed. Our friends, who again, Andre and Katya, they take in a car, they driving us into the LAX, to the airport. From the Santa Ana, right, from the Irvine to the LAX. We're catching the flight, and we was exhausted, like exhausted as hell.
So you basically took red-eye flight.
Yes.
Right.
So I had a chance to make it.
Shit,
let's say this way. It was all like scheduled minute to minute.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't skip my main event for myself as a professional. But I also I like my student who was getting ready for the nationals. I couldn't say no to her. I was like, she's still my good friend.
Yeah.
So she was already waiting for us with her parents at the nationals. So what's happening? We're flying into the Houston. We have a layover in Houston for like an hour to change the plane, and right by the landing, Natalie having a full body muscle spasm. So she can't breathe. She's panicking. So it was scary. So we're landing in a Houston. I'm calling the paramedics. They're coming into the plane. We're taking her out of the plane. They saying you need to go to the hospital. So we are on a way to win Rising Star, both styles, 9 dance, and also I need to dance with my students. So we have a big plans for this year, right? So everything is going into the.
It was 2018.
It was 2018.
Shit.
Yeah, it was the first year.
It was right after I took the photo.
That's a day after this photo.
Yeah.
So from the airport, ambulance taking
in Houston
taking us into the hospital.
Yeah.
I have suitcases. We have full makeup, everything. We couldn't even get a shower because we was trying to catch the flight. And also Natalie has a dog. I have a dog. Suitcases. She's in an ambulance. Can't even breathe. They putting us in the hospital, taking her, and I lost the flight. I'm calling to my students, hey listen, I'm not coming. I'm explaining what happened. I also explaining to the owner of the studio. I'm trying to call Natalie's mom, Natalie's dad, and explaining as much as I know. Because they took her and I didn't hear a single word about what's going on.
So I'm stuck in Houston.
I stuck in Houston, yes. And this hospital was like somewhere in outside the city. There's nothing. It's raining. I'm sitting with the dog, you know, and
Full makeup.
full makeup.
People think
yes,
you're crazy.
exactly. So and they like gave her some medication, muscle relaxer. She fall asleep, and I'm sitting without knowing anything on the phone, chatting with everybody.
Yeah.
Like basically running in my head a scenario that all this work that was done
For nothing.
it comes for nothing. Done.
Yeah.
Because like we didn't know she has some issues, like will we be able to dance.
Yeah.
So I mean,
When was your competition then? On Wednesday, Thursday?
on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, Tuesday.
So
Fuck.
yes, so Monday.
Man.
So after maybe spending in the hospital 7 hours,
Yeah.
finally she woke up. She came back to me.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
we changed the planes, you know, like changed the tickets. We arrived Monday night.
Yeah.
To the hotel.
Yeah.
To Orlando, and again thanks to my prime student parents. They pick us up from the airport. They already like checked in our room.
Yeah.
So we had the room, so we didn't lose the room, you know. So we came there, immediately just fall asleep because we was like dead, exhausted,
Yeah.
and we still didn't know.
So you flew on Monday evening then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and what doctor said, they said to her, no physical activities, no flying,
fuck.
nothing. Just like stay home, stay like go into the hotel right now, basically, and don't go anywhere. Nobody listened, of course. We still came there.
Still dance.
Still dance.
Crazy dancers.
Yeah, so I changed my students like the dance division, so she was still able to dance.
Yeah.
And then we danced still both our Rising Star events, and 9 dance and both open. So we won, still won, managed to win with all of this crazy stuff.
Wow.
We still won both Rising Star titles, 9 dance, and I think we was 7 in the both open divisions.
So finals?
No, right
before the final.
yes.
Yeah.
So we had a great result.
Yeah.
It was broken.
Wow.
It was like that's
not
quite
financially broken, physically broken.
That was quite a story.
Wow.
Yes. But that was scary. It was scary. It was scary for me to see how somebody is near me, like just can't breathe, and you know, and being, for me, no, it's not my.
Did they find out why it happened?
Yeah, she was exhausted. It
Or
was
just
because
exhaustion.
of traveling, because of the dancing, because we didn't stop. We didn't
Yeah.
have a day off.
Yeah.
We was always on the road. We was
On
always
it, yeah.
lessons, practicing. We was killing ourselves.
Yeah.
You know when you have this idea in your head that you have a goal, you just go.
Yeah.
You just go.
I know this feeling.
But looking at this right now, and like I said, like you don't have to do it.
Because
so
you're
it feels
spoiled
great.
now, that's why.
It feels great when you
Yeah.
achieve this result. It feels amazing. But then
for
later,
5 minutes.
But that's very true.
Yeah.
Because then this trophy, like you put it there, and your next day is coming. It's a hard feeling. It's like you
But
sometimes you expect
I understand.
so
but
much.
Not everybody won the title, so everybody wanna get it, and you have it, and you say,
and it's easy for me to say from this perspective because I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but and maybe if I wouldn't, I would talk different way.
Yeah.
But I'm biased. Let's say to talk about this, I'm biased, or spoiled, or biased, and now I can say, oh, you know, I don't care. Of course I care, but did this price worth it? I
Was
don't
it
think
worth
so.
it?
I don't think
wasn't?
so.
Because of your health or your mental
Yes,
state, everything.
absolutely. I don't think so.
But isn't it in
But
all
again,
the
it's
sports you're
not-
pushing yourself so hard? You broken basically after your career, and you achieved.
But do you
some,
think it's correct? It's good?
I don't know. You have this drive. I mean,
Yes.
you have this drive.
Till certain point. You know how many people I know who is not a ballroom dancers, they've been a boxers, or and
Well,
they
that's
they was great.
Yeah.
That was great at the moment. From my city, I have, actually I can say, like I had a guy who was in Olympic team.
Mm.
Yes, and then when he was 25, his head didn't work well, and
Mm.
he become a homeless person.
Shit.
Done. So is it worth it?
Was
That's
it
what I'm
worth
saying.
it for you?
Um,
You saying you're regretting what you were doing?
no, I have few regrets in general in my life. I never regret my result. I never regret my effort.
Mm.
Whatever I got from the dancing, from what I've done, I'm very thankful
Mm-hmm.
to whoever was on my side and for myself to be
Yeah.
like that crazy and straight.
Yeah.
I'm very happy I experienced this. Did I have a hard time after this? Yes,
Physically, mentally?
both ways.
Mm.
Both ways, and mostly mentally.
Mm.
And we had like quite a bit of conversations with Natalie about this, like deep conversations, because we didn't think about this, and our coaches didn't talk about this with us too. They teach you how to win,
Mm.
but nobody teaches you what to do after you win.
Mm.
I learned before how to lose. Like my first experience in dancing, actually, and I'm very happy to have my first coach who's not here anymore. Like, she was the greatest coach in my life.
Who
And
was it?
her name was Yelena.
Mm.
That was my mom's friend and my biggest mentor.
Yeah. It's okay.
So she she taught me how to lose, what to do and how to deal with these emotions. But nobody teaches you what to do after you win.
Mm.
Like where you go, how to, because you have so many emotions, so much stuff inside of your body that is boiling. And in my own experience, and again, I was talking with Natalie, it happened so fast. It was like kind of expected. We had this plan in our head, that we're going for winning. We need to do everything. We need to go to every competition to protect our result.
Yeah.
So basically, like, we was before the nationals, in our head, we already won.
Yeah.
We've done everything right. We showed up where we needed. We did our homework perfectly.
Yeah.
Everything was prepared. Not a single aspect was, let's say, 90%.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
was 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that was like the stars lined up.
Mm.
But then when we got this is when this, like you build up so much
Yep.
inside of you, and then it was like total emptiness, total loss.
I know that.
It's like,
Yeah.
like what's next?
Happened to me
How
too,
to set up the next goal?
Yeah.
What you do with this title right now? Do you celebrate? Do you not celebrate? Like, it was, we step into unknown.
Mm.
And this is when we start to have even like some arguments inside the couple.
Mm.
Because like, again, looking at this right now, is like you start to understand. But at that moment when you're in the wheel, so it was a new emotions, new
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
that you never experienced. You're not under somebody's wing. You don't have your coach,
Yeah.
right? Like we talked earlier about
Yeah.
Ukraine
Yeah.
or Russia or whatever those post-Soviet Union countries. And we got in a big mental problems.
Shit.
I don't want to say like mental problems. The problems with our own heads, because it was so fast. We start to see that we start to have a lot of haters, also a lot of fans. Like, yeah,
Haters?
yeah,
Why?
big time. So how many people was talking about, they bought this placement, they did this. Like, it was so much talking about our
Oh,
result.
I didn't realize you're so rich, man.
Yeah, exactly. You see,
Fucking buying the place. Mm.
yeah, we had tons of negative,
Yeah.
like,
But
waves
from
coming to
from
us.
who though?
From
Coaches?
from competitors.
Competitors.
Yes, from competitors, from some judges, from some people who I thought was friends. You know. Oh yeah, that was a tough time. That was a tough time.
Success. Success.
Success came.
Success comes with the prize.
Oh my God, big time. That's why when you're asking me, is it worth it? Like I'm putting all of this on the scale.
Didn't it expose the so-called friends to actually you were glad that you saw that
again right now?
Right now.
It's after those emotions calm down,
yeah.
and I process all of this. And I start to see something that I didn't see, and I start to hear something I didn't hear.
Yeah.
You know, because I was so focused. You know, like the horse, they have high blinders.
You just go. Yeah.
You just go.
Yeah.
And whatever comes to you, it immediately reflects you. It doesn't give you a time to really think and process.
Yeah.
Is it reflection of you? Is it reflection of them? Is it from the good place or from the bad place? You only react. You don't process.
So you had some
bumps and because with Natalie we were so like, I mean we were practicing every day.
Yeah.
And we're like hours, because when you have two styles, you can practice just 1 or 2 hours. Like it was 5 hours practicing all the time. So we spent so much time together, and plus traveling and having this, you know, emotions from outside coming into her, into me, into some like our friends and parents. We start to react on each other emotionally also. So that was one of the reasons why we split afterwards. Because again, if our head and our brain, what we have right now, we would have 3 years or like 4 years ago. We would still dance together because we didn't have a reason to split. And it came to the moment one time, so I can take like all of this guilt into myself, because it was my idea to separate,
to stop.
But again, I was not myself, and I wasn't thinking straight, you know, about what's going on. So this experience also we have, you know. But it was
how
hard.
long you were together dancing?
2, little bit more than 2 years.
So you see how in Europe he refers to how long you're dancing, seasons. Here he refers to years, because we don't have seasons. We go all year around.
But that's a problem also. That's what I think another problem of many dancers, why they some people, if as you see right now, as a good dancers, they still retire too early, too young, because they're exhausted. You see, like in Europe, we have summertime. It's the time to recover, to look at your routines, to change the routines, to make a new program, to maybe change the partner, to maybe change the team of the teachers. Same as like in the soccer, you have off-season time.
Of course.
You know, when the drafts happening, right? So it's for the reason. And for us here, we don't have this.
You go
constantly
24/7, 365.
Even after the national championship next weekend, we have another competition. Like me personally, I don't think it's right. So it's breaking us as an athletes in a very young age, mentally and physically. Because sometimes I want to have a break, but then I'm not showing up in some competitions, and it's immediately tons of questions. Is something happened? So you know, like people start to think,
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Are you still with this girl? Are you split? Yes. So something they don't see you for a couple of weeks. They
you don't like me. You do. You don't want to support my competition.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just want to go underground. You know, like when there's no dancing, when there's no people, when
you see, I'm talking to my wife about this all the time, right? She loves dancing, right? And I'm like, I want a vacation where I'm don't see anybody. I don't dance. I'm just laying in the hammock, having my coffee, whiskey, whatever, with my cigar.
Spending my quality time.
And do nothing. No walking, no nothing. I'm just in the hammock, swaying back and forward, and I'm just there. I'm just being. That's
I feel
it.
you. Which for me still is difficult to
You know?
have a lazy vacation, but at
No,
least change the environment.
I needed to learn that though.
I'm always
you
active.
go in active, yeah.
Yeah.
So vacation was active for me as well, right? Going hiking, going this, going that. Now, like at this stage, I just want to sit, do nothing,
I understand you completely.
watch my son running around. Sometimes help him, whatever. That's it. Like
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know. It's just.
I mean, you see,
Maybe
the
a stage.
Age
Oh,
is different.
Come
No,
on.
no. I'm not saying
I'm
that
young.
I'm not saying we're getting older.
29.
I'm just saying in every year
It's a
we want
season.
something different.
Yeah. It's season.
You know what you liked 10 years ago, you don't like it right now, and not because you're old, because your priority changed, because your interest is changed.
I would say I like it differently.
Yeah.
Differently.
Right.
I still like active vacation to go and see places, right? When you have new place. But sometimes I feel like 5 days doing nothing.
I experienced this just recently after I was done dancing pro.
Yeah.
I was like, I have tons of free time.
I saw you on the horse.
Oh my God, that's my new hobby.
Yeah, I saw
I
it.
love it.
Yeah,
I love it. But again, you see, that's already in the blood. You want to do something. And my goal.
But you have a drive. You have a natural drive in you. Like I can see that you as a person, you have a natural drive. So it kind of.
But is it good or is it bad?
No, it's whatever rocks your boat.
Okay.
When you feel relaxed because you're pursuing something actively or passively or whatever, it comes to it where you come and say, okay, fuck that. I just want 5 days doing nothing. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. But it's sometimes so scary to stop.
Well,
it is scary to stop.
But you see, because you were so active
all my life.
Yeah, you kind of like, oh shit, if I don't move, it's like ingrained in you. You gotta fucking work, otherwise something is wrong. Something is wrong if you don't work, right? So you gotta figure it out for yourself, man. But before we go into the 2 final questions, we need to come to the last Nastya in United States, because I love Nastya. She's a lovely person. And you had very, very successful career with her.
Yes.
So you split with Natalie because all the mental shit going on,
yes,
and physical and exhaustion and so on, right? So you split.
Yeah, and it was just a lot of things didn't work right in my head.
Yeah.
So it was like, I thought at the moment it was necessary decision.
Yeah.
Like looking back, it wasn't. It was just tons of emotions that I didn't know how to control because it was so intense. So yeah, and then when we split, it was a year before pandemic.
Year before.
I mean.
So
yes.
2018.
Yes, it was
2019.
So 20.
20.
So we danced with Natalie 2 nationals. I mean, basically 3. Yes, 2 years, and then in November we split, and then in January or February I started dance with Nastya, and then pandemic happened.
Got it.
So we start to practice a little bit. Just
how did you find Nastya?
Who said that to me? I mean, first of all, she was dancing pro smooth already, so we've been on the same floor.
Got it.
Right? I don't remember. Somebody recommended to me, and I saw. Maybe it was Majana. You see, it was like at that moment there was so much going on. I don't really.
Chesh.
I don't really remember because I know Nastya was a Majana student, and I never took a lesson with Majana before.
Yeah.
So yes, and we had a tryout. We decided to dance together, and then pandemic happened.
Well, did she do rhythm as well?
No.
But she was background 10 dancer.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so
we all
rhythm is either.
Back from Ukraine, we're all 10 dancers.
So she's Ukrainian as well.
Yes. Yes. So, and what's funny, she is the first partner of Andrei Voloshka, who is the godfather of my son. first ever
Are you
partner.
kidding?
I'm telling you, that's I don't know what.
Interconnected.
Yes, you see, and we
crazy.
met here. I don't know even how, whatever.
Wow.
So yeah, and then we start to dance, and she used to live in LA at that time. So
Got it.
I was like every weekend
Back and
I
forth.
was
Yeah,
driving
yeah, yeah.
here
Mm.
because of pandemic. I didn't want to fly, so I was driving here. I was practicing here. We started like lessons.
It was convenient. It was empty freeways.
Yeah, exactly. It was easy. So yeah, and then after pandemic, we had our first competition, and it become very good also.
Yeah.
So and then yes, all of this journey.
9
happened.
dance, right?
No, only smooth.
Only smooth.
Yes, only smooth. She didn't want to dance rhythm at all.
Why not?
You know.
Nastya, come on.
Yeah, so she didn't want to dance rhythm at all, and after like maybe 6 months we was dancing only smooth.
Yeah,
I convinced her for the 9 dance title to dance rhythm.
Yeah.
We started the rhythm, then she actually become loving it.
Mm.
And then year later we won 9 dance nationals. We made the final in smooth. So we first season we was 6 and it was 7 in rhythm. And then year later we won again 9 dance. We become 3rd in smooth and 4th in rhythm.
Yeah.
So that was our
So
last.
why did you split with Nastya?
It's not like I split with Nastya. I decide to just stop dancing professionally.
Mm.
So you can't call it split because usually split is when you go somewhere else.
So you retired.
Again, it's also
Was the gray hair the reason why
you see? So
you got tired of it or what?
yes, I was overwhelmed. I like, to be honest, I got burned out. Like again, it was a lot of competitions, 2 styles, lots of changes in life, and yeah, I got, after all of these years, I got burned out, and I decided to be done. But again,
do you think America did that to you? 8 years of full going like.
I can't blame on America.
Not America, but like the way,
speed,
the
lifestyle,
speed,
and speed.
the life, that's what I mean. I mean, it's the system here, right?
Proportionally, yes.
No, I'm not saying America is bad or whatnot.
No, I got it.
I quite like the pace. I like the orientation. You don't waste time, but at the same time, I grew up in Slovakia, is neighbor with Ukraine, so it's like it's a very different life.
Absolutely.
So
you have to learn here from
different.
scratch.
yeah, so different.
Yeah.
So that's why, and I like that. So you know.
So for me, it happened this way. So like, I've been thinking about retirement. Let's say maybe already a year.
Did you tell Nastya?
Yes, we had a conversation with her. So we had one conversation one time on the way to the competition.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in the airport and I said like, listen, I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
So and I shared with her my feeling about the dancing. I'm like, I feel, first of all, she's way younger than me. Like I'm way and I'm saying way younger.
Yeah.
So and I shared my feeling. I was like, I feel like I'm about to be done. Like I don't want to like hide anything. I'm straightforward. And
what did she say?
She was very understanding. She took it nice way. We've been all very good friends.
Yeah, I met you in Hawaii. We spent the night partying. We just went eat and stuff and beach and this and that. And you had very nice. To see you interact with each other, like you have a nice relationship, very nice relationship.
Yes, we from the day one we had a great relationship. Like,
you ever been together?
No.
So just good friends, professional partners. Yeah.
Yes, both ways very respectful.
Yeah.
Can't say any bad word about this. So.
Nastyula, you next.
So yeah, it's been great. But then, and I shared how I feel. She took it in the right way. She was always, she was also supportive. And again, you see, at the moment I shared it, I was like, I can survive one more season.
You can.
I thought I can. I thought I can, because we talked, let's say, in January, and then I'm like, okay, till Ohio. So that was the plan.
And Ohio was
November. Yes. So that was the plan.
Yeah.
And then right before the Emerald Bowl, I walked into the studio and I'm like,
I'm done.
dressed up, like ready to practice, and I feel like I don't want to practice. I was like, and in the back of my mind, like, I promised this person to do this and this and this, but I need to find right now the power and like have my balls, you know, to say what I really feel. Because at that moment, after all of these experiences, being emotionally broken and so high, I was like, I don't want to hurt myself anymore. I've done it before. I remember what I felt. I remember that I start to feel like I don't want to be in this industry anymore, because I was so emotionally drained. And, you know, I was like, I still want to end up on a good note, that I still have a lot of respect and love towards the dancing. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck it, I need to say what I feel. I came, I'm like, let's go outside, let's have a smoke, I need to talk with you. And it was emotional a little bit, and it was hard for her, and like I apologized about my decision so many times. So but it was necessary this time, and I still, till today, till right now, I know for sure I made the right decision. For that moment, I made the right decision.
So what were your regrets? And we kind of entering this life lessons, you know, pursuing your passion. But what were your regrets? Because you were very strongly...
I mean, I wouldn't say... I think it's kind of regrets. First of all, I always thought I have a lot of time. I always have time, you know?
Time in regards to dancing?
Everything. Everything. I can relax right now, I have time. Or this person will wait, I have time, you know? I have time.
What do you mean? Like
just
friends
in general.
In
general, yes. By not spending enough time, not saying something towards somebody who, like, you is extremely important to you, you know? It's like putting that, let's say, this time on a second plan, second level. So that's one. And another one, again, it's not relating towards the dancing. In dancing, I don't think I have any regrets. I think I've done my career pretty well. You did. I have great result. I'm very happy. What happened behind the scenes, that's different. But in general, for the
what happened?
No. What we were talking about, you know, when you get emotional and how to deal with this. And the second regret is I thought that people will never leave. So, not just me, like this planet or me or something like that. So everything
who you referring to?
Many different situations. So I thought we have more permanent stuff happening than not.
Can I know who you're referring to? Elena, your coach, for example?
Yes. Yes, it starts from her. And again, but it took me for so many years of realizing.
When did she pass?
I was very young. I was very young. Yes. I still see her sometimes in my dreams.
Wow.
Yeah. I have this one nightmare when it's a concert of or what you can call it, performance, let's say. Yeah. Stage performance. And when the curtain is opening and the auditorium is empty, nobody showed up, and only her is there. Only her. And I still do the full performance just for her. Just because she's only one, with no cancellation. Full all group of us. All these people. It's specific ballroom. It's the studio.
What do you think it means, though?
I mean, first of all,
why you call it nightmare?
I mean, it's scary. It's scary when you expect to have a full auditorium of people and then it's open up and it's nobody there. It's scary.
But she's
because
there.
this is what you're doing for.
But she's there.
But she's there.
I wouldn't necessarily call it nightmare. It's
maybe
a respect.
maybe I call it wrong. Maybe
Respect.
it's
But
a night
it's-
dream.
it-
Night dream.
It's a beautiful dream, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Because you're doing
know.
it.
I
for her,
remember
you know?
exactly outfit, like
Yeah.
first row, and she was turning on and off the music. Yeah. I still see this over the years,
Wow.
over so many years.
What did she give you that stuck with you? That because you got quite emotional about her.
I wouldn't really talk about this.
You don't wanna go there?
It's very personal.
We talk afterwards.
Yeah, it's
We talk-
it's very personal. You
we
see,
talk
like
off air.
I can't talk about this without emotions. It's yeah.
We talk after we have one more
Cheers.
drink. Cheers to Elena. So what other regrets you had? You said people leaving or
People
whatever.
leaving, yeah.
So what people leaving?
as a friends, as your like the lover ones, like in general, you know.
Your significant other.
Yes. I think that's and I mean,
So I would say the sacrifice
yeah.
was,
And
in your opinion, too much. You realize it now.
Mm-hmm.
So is it still a regret, or is it just hurting you, or would you?
No,
Okay, if you would,
let's say regret is to be selfish, because you think about yourself too much that you're not seeing what's going on around you, and that's why you're losing sometimes the people.
So you realize that.
Yes, and
And this is your regret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, looking back,
Would you change it if you had a chance, or still pursue your career?
I wouldn't change anything.
Huh.
I wouldn't change anything, but this regret, like I take it as a lesson. But I think I've done everything that was necessary at that time.
Yeah.
It was all done for a reason. Of course, if I would have more brain and more like, I would act maybe different way before. But it is what it is.
Like pay more attention or
Yeah,
something?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Like
just
again, I would
blindly
take
go
these eye blinders
off.
off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I still make those mistakes sometimes.
It doesn't seem like it.
We're not
you're
perfect. Listen.
You're pretty.
Yes,
pretty put-
yes. This is again.
put together, you know?
You see, you catch me at this time when I went through certain stuff, even
Yeah.
after being done dancing.
Yeah.
So I had
yeah.
enough time to think
Process,
about
yeah.
process. Yes.
Yeah.
So what was right, what was wrong, and
So maybe this conversation is
maybe
for a reason.
yeah, maybe it's for a reason.
For you realize.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I had after I was done dancing, I had a lot of time
To reflect.
seeing like being in silence, you know,
Reflect,
and,
yeah.
and really think what's going on. Because
And doing cold plunge, which I'm fan of. Yeah.
Yes. Cold plunge is amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've done a lot of self work, because you know when you're taking something from you that was with you all your
Yeah.
life, all your entire life,
And you stop.
out of my 37 years that I'm here alive, 32 I'm dancing. It's a big
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
And to change your structure of life and vision and everything.
And you don't have the grind every day. I mean, you teach, you work, yes, but the training, the self-discipline,
Oh, yeah.
to push, you know. Amazing, man. This was an awesome conversation. I really enjoyed it.
That was cool.
Got a little
Yeah,
emotional.
thank you. I like we talk about some deep stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't expect to get that deep.
I mean, listen,
but it's all
mine.
love it.
It's all mine. I
love
have
it.
nothing. I mean,
I
I
love
have
it.
nothing to hide. This is like, if somebody will listen it and maybe discover
Learn.
something for themselves
Yeah,
and not gonna
learn,
make
yeah.
the mistakes I've done.
Well, that's why
I'll
I'm
be
doing,
more than happy.
That's why I'm doing this podcast, man. That's what it is. Well, I'm a little bit selfish with my podcast. I'm connecting to the people I'm talking to, and I'm learning myself. So yeah, thank you for that, man. But before we finish, 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
First, what is a perfect performance when you watch it as a audience? What is the perfect dance performance for you? Not technical, not like when you see a performance, dance performance, 2 people dancing. What do you look at? Let's skip the technical stuff. Of course.
You want me to tell you if I would see it as an audience, what for me would be the perfect
performance of a couple, not necessarily ballroom, any performance, ballet, modern, whatever.
The perfect performance,
or the most influential, or most emotional, most impactful.
I have an ideal performance in my head. Is when I'll feel that I'm a part of this performance. If I would see it, no matter where, it can be a ballroom competition or any other event, and I will feel that I'm involved.
How do you do that now? How do you feel that? When the couple does what, or when the music lights, I don't know. How do you
you see, it's a combination of everything. I mean, first of all, as a person who's watching, I have to be willing to open up towards this performance too.
Got it.
I think sometimes people who's coming to the competition watching people dancing or acting, they are expecting that people will entertain them. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in entertainment. I'm not a jester.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So I'm not a clown to entertain the audience.
Yeah.
I'm a performer, and I'm it's a piece of art that I create and I share with the audience that I want them to get into that. But they need to be willing
to be open
and
receive,
step into this performance, into this creativity that I maintain. I don't, because I remember those competitions, you're sweating your balls, I'm sorry for my language, and you are doing everything you can and the audience is dead. It's like no reaction, no reflection, no connection. But again, it's not my fault. It's not only my fault. Maybe sometimes I'm not enough. But as I see, the audience is so, I don't want to say spoiled, but so cold. So they want to see something, but they don't know what they want to see. Like, guys, make a step towards the artist. And that would help, that will just increase the level of your dopamine. Like,
I feel
crazy.
like we need to do a second podcast about this kind of thing,
Okay.
Just have a conversation
because
about,
I have a very strong opinion about performance.
I can tell. No, this is fantastic. Thanks. Now,
the second question.
Thank you. I just zoomed out a little bit thinking about what you said. The life lessons you've learned following your passion. I mean, we talked a little bit about the regrets, right?
Lessons?
But life lesson you've learned following the dance path. What is a lesson that you've learned in this area for your life in general? Because you're retired now, so this is the perfect way to actually reflect.
I mean, I wouldn't say I retired.
Retired from active professional dancing in terms of No? Oh shit, we have some new revelation. So you're coming back as a pro dancer?
I'm not saying that also. You might see me in a different way of art.
I'll
keep it as a secret, but I'm not retired.
Oh, we talk after off the air. I'm interested. We grab a smoke and then we talk.
Okay.
Oh shit! Yes.
Let's keep it interesting.
Mystery. All right. So live lessons.
Live lessons.
Yeah.
Like what I've learned, and I think this was the best for me. Never doubt yourself. Whatever you do is right. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good, but it's right. Because for a certain period of time...
Sometimes it's wrong,
sometimes
but it's
wrong,
right for you.
But it's right for me. And it's for a certain period of time, even something wrong can be a good lesson for you. You have to learn sometimes through the hard way to understand the value of the right way or the good way. So never doubt your acts.
Did you doubt your acts?
Oh yeah, I used to, but not anymore.
Yeah,
I hope. I mean, I'm working on this, let's say.
Yeah.
But I see that was a weak part of me. So, and that's why I had certain problems because.
Yeah.
Or in general, and in general, don't be scared to making mistakes.
Yeah.
So because we a lot of times we're scared to do right things and we're scared to do mistakes. We're scared about a lot of things. We're scared about responsibilities. But the responsibility comes with anything, with a right or bad, with a yes and no. With everything comes responsibility.
Yeah.
You're always paying the price. Sometimes more, sometimes less. So.
I feel like he is 100 years old and has the wisdom of a turtle.
Listen, my life been like a speed car, like a F1 car.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot. But it's all good. You know, I'm happy about everything that happened with me.
What else? I'm sure there is more than one lesson.
Of course, it's more.
Come on, you on the air. Come on.
It's always more.
What? What else? What else? Come on.
I mean, I just told you like the two big general things, and you know, but what we talked today for a few minutes with Dima Nikolaev, yes, and you saw my interview with him from the competition, and I will say this the same, like yes, heroes and breaking yourself, it's all cool, but in the end of the day, you are with yourself, so don't break yourself. So think first, which I never did before for myself. That's why I came like in this way that I'm like some people say you're already 37. I'm saying I'm only 37, so I still can dance. I still have like this spark and everything, but I've done certain mistakes, right? So I didn't care about my mental and physical health when I needed it. And that's why I burned out. No, but you can prevent it.
Okay, wait. But don't you think this forging and this breaking and this process was necessary to actually arrive on this conclusion right now?
Yes, for me, yes. Yeah, for me.
But not for everybody?
But not for everybody.
Why
you
not?
See, because somebody can avoid these breakdowns and these rock bottoms and went through their career in a way healthier way.
So you can teach that though?
I hope so. At least I can, by my example, show that you can really hurt yourself. Or you can hurt yourself less or not hurt at all. Because if at the right time you'll find the help or you'll maintain the help for yourself. And it's okay to ask for the help. Actually, that's another lesson. It's okay to ask for help. More than okay. Sometimes help is necessary because you have only two eyes, and you see what's going on from the prism of your own perspective. You don't see from outside how your actions are reflecting or reacting towards the other people, how you're hurting somebody or not hurting somebody, and how it's all come back to you because it's all circle.
We definitely have a second second part for sure when we find the time because you're super busy. I know.
Okay.
All right. Man, this was quite a journey.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
Me too. Very much so. I didn't press play when you were explaining about the difficult time with Natalie when you flew, but I have a big mic over there, so it will be captured.
Okay.
It's just not the same quality,
Yeah, but
so don't beat me up. Okay?
Don't worry. But this is very important part of our
Yes,
journey
it is.
and career.
It is.
Not me, not her. We will never forget that.
No. So I hope you enjoyed it, dear audience and listeners to the podcast. Oleksiy, I'm, you know, I will go there and call him friend because we always talked. I don't know, we had kind of connection, but you know, we always. I can explain it though. We always talk to each
It
other.
works.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing this amazing journey and your lessons. If you
Thank
have another one, I'm all ears. But
Okay.
I think we can finish on this note because, yeah, I definitely want to do a second podcast
I'll be more than happy to be here again.
about I don't know, about the artistic side of dancing and about the No.
I'm happy this interview and conversation brought something else.
It's I loved it. Thank you very much. Thank you for
Cheers.
being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, definitely. So I hope you learned something. If not, you took some points of this conversation with Oleksiy, and I'm very glad to call him my friend. And this was it. This will be, and always is. I said it wrong. This always was, is, and always will be a judgment-free zone. This is Dance Art and Life podcast. I'm your host, Daniel the Gypsy, and see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.